Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Lee Hamm, Senior Vice President and Dean of the Tulane University School of Medicine. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 virtual commencement of the Tulane University School of Medicine. This is an unusual setting to be doing this, but it's no less an occasion for great celebration. More about this later. Let's start with the national anthem, please. Let me next introduce Father Bill Terry for the invocation.
Welcome to virtual New Orleans. Welcome, sisters and brothers, to this land of tribulation and triumph. Welcome. I offer you now benediction and prayer. Following the thoughts of St. Francis, we ask that Brother, Sun, and Sister Moon bear witness to our time together this day. First, we acknowledge the land that we stand upon, the land of the First Nations. We acknowledge all of the First Nations who cared for land and sea, who in turn acknowledged the presence of the Great Spirit. We gathered know you by many names: Adonai, Elohim, Yeshua, Allah. By many names we call you. We, your humble people, call upon you in this time of universal suffering, in this time of disquietude, in this time of potential and hope, in this time of triumph and tragedy. Sustain us, we beseech you. Breathe deeply, my kinfolk, my sisters and brothers. Take a moment to breathe deeply. The Prophet Muhammad said, "A man's true wealth is the good he does in this world." Breathe deeply, for it's life you breathe. And likewise, Rabbi Sachs said, "We are worth what we are willing to share with others." Breathe deeply, for you will share much. Breathe deeply, my kinfolk, my brothers and sisters. Sisters and brothers, as deep as the Mississippi is, so is your potential. As wide as the great river is, it cannot contain your hope. And so it is, we sit for a moment, just one moment, in silence and humility, to hear the whispering of our God, to remember the names of all who have given themselves in this pandemic. In thankfulness for all mentors and teachers of the art of medicine, we stand quiet in recognition of the awesome power of the healing hand, a well-equipped mind, and hearts that long to end suffering. We stand in silence for just a moment, for as the scripture says, "Be still and know that I am God." Let the people say amen.
a seat. Let me introduce you to the faculty and special guests that are here on stage with me today. Obviously, we have limited this and have tried to distance as best we can. First, to my right is Dr. Elma Ledoux, Associate Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs. Behind her is Dr. Kevin Crane, Vice Dean for Academic Affairs. You've heard from Reverend William Terry, who is the rector of St. Anna's Episcopal Church. On the left, in the back, is Michelle McCarthy, the president of the Student Government Association. Michael Loth, immediately to her right, in the back row, is the president of the class of 2020. To my far left is Juliana Martell, who's winning the Dean's Award. And immediately to my left is James McLaughlin, who's receiving the Gloria Walsh Award. Let me also mention to you that ordinarily we have a ceremony commissioning the military graduates, but let me call their names. Cole Akula, Bryce Christensen, Marcus Hoof, Annabelle Cleese, Benjamin Norton, Laura Rodriguez, Daniel Chin, Nicole Downing, Catherine Hobbs, Michael Loth, and Lisbeth Perez Rodriguez. So to get to our program, and on behalf of the Board of Administrators of Tulane University, the Board of Governors of the Health Sciences Center, the faculty, the students, the staff, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this ceremony. It's the 186th commencement ceremony of the Tulane University School of Medicine. I'm honored and privileged to be part of this special occasion. These exercises not only celebrate the accomplishments of the graduating class, but also reaffirm our long-standing missions of education, research, and service. This class, to get to 191 positions, had almost 11,000 applications. So before these individuals ever set foot in the door, we knew how special and talented they were. They've just completed a very rigorous and demanding 4, in a few cases, 5 years of study. And it's been a remarkable class. Even before this current adversity, they had won the respect and admiration of the faculty for their hard work and perseverance. Today, they'll join the alumni of Tulane University and the School of Medicine. The alumni of the School of Medicine include Nobel laureates, leading clinicians, premier investigators, and renowned educators. I know that this class will also make their mark and make Tulane proud, make their family proud in the years to come, and we'll follow them with interest. I also want to say a couple of other things, make a couple of other observations. Obviously, or maybe not so obviously, this is actually a great time to be embarking on a medical career. Physicians and healthcare workers of all types are being appreciated as never before. They've always been appreciated, but now they're being heralded every night on the nightly news. And physicians today have more tools at their disposal than ever before. Look how a new virus was rapidly identified and sequenced, rapid dissemination of the treatment of these patients, rapid development of diagnostic tests for the virus, rapid design of more than 70 vaccine candidates, and much more. None of this would have been possible even a few years ago. Yet never have we also appreciated the human compassion needed the emotional support of both the patients, the families, and the healthcare workers. Yet it's obviously a time of great adversity for millions of people. Personal illness, suffering, death, economic calamity, and worse. But out of adversity, we have seen millions of acts of kindness. Those also are being reported. Generosity, hope, resiliency, heroism, sacrifice. We've all learned to appreciate each other even more. We all thank the people that stock the grocery shelves, the people that clean now, even the manufacturers of toilet paper. We've learned how interconnected we are. We've learned to appreciate each other even more. We've also learned what we can do together, how much we can accomplish together. Who knew that we could collectively shut down a city, a nation, our sporting events, our concerts, all to protect the most vulnerable? Adversity can forge characters also in those destined to lead. One of my favorite books has become Leadership in Turbulent Times by Doris Kearns Goodwin, where she chronicles Lincoln, Roosevelt, and a couple of other of our greatest presidents. The lessons of adversity are many, and unfortunately can't be taught abstractly. They must be experienced. And adversity is going to come in everyone's life. Some have lived a privileged life, and so it strikes as a surprise. But how one deals with that, how one gets through it, can reveal character, forge character, and is something that in some ways the class of 2020 will look back on and actually appreciate. As tough as that may be to seem on a day that you should be celebrating together. Now I want to introduce Michelle McCarthy. Michelle is the president of the Student Government Association. I was just thinking a few minutes ago, it seems like I've worked with Michelle in various events and innumerable events. She's earned her Bachelor of Science in Cellular Molecular Biology and then her Master's in Biomedical Engineering in medical school. She served as the president of the medical student body, as I mentioned. She oversaw in this role over 55 student clubs with a $150,000 student budget. She's also served as a technology officer. I learned yesterday about all the printing prowess that she had. The vice president of the medical student government, numerous committees, honor board, admissions, professionalism, promotions, leadership council, volunteered at various student-run clinics, and in her downtime enjoys sculpting, woodworking, and running. I think all that's between like 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., but anyway. Michelle, you.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Tulane School of Medicine virtual graduation. Now, for all of you parents and family out there, we medical graduates have some high-yield tips for watching recorded lectures. Number one, you can adjust how fast the video plays, and most medical graduates recommend upping the speed to play 1.5 times faster than normal. Number two, clothing is definitely optional. And lastly, number three, and for the first time in commencement history, you don't have to wait until the speech is over to use the restroom. But in all seriousness, wow, have the past couple of months been a roller coaster ride? You know, I actually had a version of this speech already written 2 months ago, and it began like this. It's hard to believe that only just 4 years ago, we all stood in a fancy room just like this one, trying on our white coats for the very first time. Yeah, that didn't really age well, did it? How quickly things have changed from what we thought this day would be like. But change, regardless of whether or not we want it, is necessary to grow. And don't get me wrong, change and growth are difficult, especially when you consider how much of each we all had to do to even end up here. We often forget that all 191 of us were handpicked by Tulane out of over 15,000 applications. It is no stretch to say that we arrived here 4 years ago already as excellent individuals. But that was just the beginning of our journey through the crucible that is medical school. And now, after 4 long years of changing and growing each and every day, today is the day we emerge from that crucible, not just as excellent individuals, but also as excellent physicians. We can all look back on the difficult times now and laugh at them, but let's take a moment to remember how hard we have all worked to make it to today. Of course, we all remember our first days in medical school spent in anatomy lab. Oh yes, the air had a palpable tension of excitement and nervousness, but mostly the air was filled with the very memorable smell of formaldehyde. In fact, we all smelled so bad that the other classes emailed us and told us to stay away from them and out of public spaces. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we were practicing social distancing before it was cool. And who remembers second year? I certainly don't. It's all a vague memory of this exam called Step 1. To paint a picture for the families listening in, imagine the Greek story of Sisyphus. Sisyphus, for those who don't know, was a man doomed to endlessly push a giant rock up a hill. Only every time he got close to the top of this hill, the rock would roll away from him and roll all the way down back to the bottom of the hill. And he would have to do this over and over and over again. That was us, trying to get our knowledge over the Everest that was Step 1. But every day we studied, and every day we got just a bit further than the day before, until finally we summited that mountain. And so we entered our clinical years, when we would learn the true practice of clinical medicine. On pediatrics, we learned to have patience, especially when faced with frightened children and their even more frightened parents. In internal medicine and family medicine, we discovered that the greatest tool in our belt was our own ear, because as Dr. Ledoux has told us time and time again, a patient will tell you everything you need to know in order to make the right diagnosis, should you just listen to their story. In psychology, we learned the importance of compassion for our fellow man and the unfortunate consequences that the stigmatization of mental health has had on the most destitute in our society. In surgery, as patients drifted to sleep on the operating table, we saw their trust in us to help them when they were most vulnerable. In neurology, we worked mostly with elderly patients nearing the end of their life, many of whom suffered from strokes as well as dementia. It is through them that we were taught humility and to appreciate just how inextricably linked the human mind, body, and spirit truly are. And finally, we have OB-GYN and the very, very messy process of childbirth. As mothers held their newborns, we felt the joy and hope that comes with bringing new life into this world. As for fourth year, well, that came and went too quickly, didn't it? But let's face it, we have been rolling with the punches since day 1 in anatomy. Our class in particular was never afforded the luxury of a detailed game plan at any point during our 4 years in medical school. But we thrived under pressure, nonetheless. So while the rest of the world faces unprecedented amounts of uncertainty, for us, it's just another day. I can think of no other class more suited to take on the challenge that will define our generation, There is a popular saying that goes, "It is not the destination, but the journey that matters most." Well, for us graduating today, I would argue that it is those who are on the journey with us that matter the most. And although today marks the end of our class's journey together, we remain forever bonded through our hearts, our minds, and our spirits. We are the Tulane School of Medicine Class of 2020 family, and I have no doubt that we will all meet again one day, and we'll have a proper celebration of our achievements. Until that day comes, don't stop achieving, don't stop thriving, and don't stop growing. I know you won't. So let this not be a goodbye, but rather until our paths meet again. Thank you, Class of 2020. We did it. And now I would like to ask someone very special to come to the stage. For many of us, he was the first welcoming face we saw at TUSOM. A Navy man, he has been the captain of our ship, guiding us through storm after proverbial storm. Whether it's because of his great height or his great ability to project his voice over large crowds, trust me, he is hard to ignore. You all know him, you love him, your inbox hates him, Michael Louth.
Thank you, Michelle. Welcome, friends and family. I'm so happy to be here today, and I have such a mixed feeling of pride and humility. I have pride today because I'm graduating with my class of 2020. I have pride for the entire class of what we went through, but also this nostalgic feeling that we're ending one chapter and about to start anew. I have some humility that comes from hoping to measure up as an intern during this incredible time in our lives, once we start joining these front lines at the hospital. But looking back on how Michelle said it, we've gone through a lot. From changes that occurred within the first 4 weeks of anatomy, to moving brain and behavior, to changing the grading system during clinical years, to now COVID changing changing match week and the end of our medical school. Our class with perfect vision seems to like to go to uncharted waters. But we've had a huge impact at TUSOM. From writing the virtual dissector, to redoing the gym, to organizing the first ever Patagonia jackets that we can wear during clinic, to adding research funding so that we can go to conferences, to even poster printing for free for a student body. Our class has really changed the vision that the school is becoming. But also, they've shown such positivity and support for our class that we really are becoming one family. I truly cannot explain how thankful to be part of this class and honored that at the end, you all are in my corner as we start our careers as interns and eventually residents and attendings. So I know for sure that this one TUSOM class, the class of 2020, the class of perfect vision, I would not want to be with anyone else as we sail these uncharted waters. So to my class, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything that you guys have done, the impact that you've made on this school to create it a better place. There's one team, one family I would want to go through all of this, and that is you. Tulane has prepared us well for these uncharted waters ahead, but if there's any class that can do it in the next couple of years, it's ours. The perfect class of vision and the class of 2020. So, Dean Hamm, do you mind standing up? As our class of 2020 would like to give you a parting gift. So, inside is a photo of our class gift. The plan was originally, starting March, mainly match week, we were going to get all 191 graduating seniors to decorate their own tile as we made a mural for Tulane University. Then obviously, it didn't happen entirely to plan, so we went back to those uncharted waters. But our class really pushed through. Currently, we have 98 tiles decorated from individuals from our class, And we have about half of the centerpiece of the mural completed before the pottery place actually closed. In the middle is the Tulane University School of Medicine crest, designed and painted by an incredible artistic classmate of ours, Lauren Morabito. And we will be adding a couple more tiles in the hopes to eventually get this installed on the 5th floor of Murphy, once everything is opens up and safe to do so. So I want to say thank you for all that you've taught us, and for New Orleans, we know what it will mean to miss you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's fabulous. I love it. At this point, for all of us, we have some special video clips that have been produced.
I'm United States Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams, and I want to thank you for allowing me to be among the first to congratulate all of today's Tulane University School of Medicine 2020 graduates.
I'd like to take this opportunity to wholeheartedly thank and congratulate the Tulane University School of Medicine class of 2020. Is there a doctor in the house?
You are embarking on a life of service that may morph into service in another field. But now more than ever, healthcare and those who have healthcare uppermost in their mind is appreciated for its service not just to our patients, but also to society.
On behalf of the City of New Orleans, I want to congratulate you, the class of 2020 of Tulane Medical School.
I want you to know how incredibly proud I am of everything that you've accomplished and the persistence that it took to get here.
As newly minted physicians and scientists with that special Tulane expertise in infectious diseases, you are launching into a world that has never needed you more.
Tulane Med students, class of 2020, I just want to say thank y'all for everything that y'all have done through this COVID pandemic. Y'all made a big difference for this pandemic and any that might come at us in the future.
These are the times that test our character, make us stronger human beings. These are the memories that will carry throughout our life. And we all appreciate who you are, and we appreciate who you will be.
Though this may seem like an especially challenging time to graduate from medical school, I actually think it's the perfect time to enter the field of medicine.
You all, I'm telling you, you showed up in record time. I was urging you to get from those classrooms and out on the ground, helping our people through this COVID-19, and you did not miss a beat.
I know y'all been working hard. This hasn't been the way you envisioned graduating, but y'all rolled up your sleeves and got in there, and we appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. Thank y'all.
One of the things our fight against COVID-19 has taught us is that we need creative, innovative minds like yours to bring forth solutions and build stronger communities, no matter what challenges come our way.
The current pandemic really underscores exactly why all of you are in medicine and exactly why we accepted you all as members of the class of 2020.
Tulaneans are unshakable. The notion of giving up simply doesn't register with you. So I ask that you continue transforming adversity into meaningful research, discovery, and practice. Work hard to learn the trust of your patients and your colleagues. Be kind and stay humble.
Now, I'm not going to ask you to just go forth and conquer the diseases that your patients and the world has brought to bear. First, I just want you to be that wonderful, caring person that you are, and then go attack those diseases ruthlessly.
Congratulations on your graduation. You will all go and heal the world, and I can't wait to see what you all accomplish. Thank you from all of us in the restaurant business.
And on behalf of all of the members of the Preservation Hall Band, I want to sincerely congratulate you on a job well done.
Thank you so much for leaning in. Thank you for wanting to be leaders in the healthcare profession throughout the world. And I thank you for saving lives in the city of New Orleans. So go out and continue to be great.
Congratulations again to Lane University School of Medicine Class of 2020. I can't wait to hear where your paths lead and what you learn and contribute along the way.
Go forth, fare thee well. If ever I can help you achieve your goals, please let me know.
I want to read about you. I want to get emails from you. And I want to someday say, I knew him or her when.
Congratulations, class of 2020, and roll wave.
One day, when we can all be together again, we will ensure that your class is properly celebrated. But until then, congratulations, class of 2020, and God bless.
Remember, in this era, practice social distancing. And with that, I say, congratulations. Is there a doctor in the house?
So come on, y'all. Keep your head up. Come on, keep your head up. Hey, hey, come on, keep your head up. Come on, keep your head up.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen Lincoln and I'm an OBGYN and a graduate of the Tulane University School of Medicine class of 2007. So Hurricane Katrina hit in my third year of medical school, and here you are graduating in the midst of a pandemic, and I'm here to tell you congratulations. I know this graduation is not what you expected in the past few months were in either, and as somebody who went through something very similar, I know how hard and how disappointing that can be. But I want to say that we are proud to have you as our colleagues. You have been forged in a very difficult time, and that means you're going to make excellent scientists, physicians, thinkers. You are going to be able to be flexible, and this will become part of your course. So this crisis that you are weathering, this is becoming a huge part of who you're going to be. I know my class as physicians, we graduated, nothing could scare us because we had survived a hurricane, right? What else could happen? So I know this is hard, but I want you to know that the education you received at Tulane is amazing. You're going to do a great job. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, and best of luck to all of you.
Well, those were marvelous. At this point, I want to present the Gloria P. Walsh Award, which is given by the medical student body in honor of Gloria Walsh, the late wife of John Walsh, Chancellor Emeritus of Tulane University Health Science Center. The recipient is selected by the OWL Club, an elected organization whose goal is the constant advancement of medical education at Tulane. The award is given to the recipient for inspiring excellence in teaching and for promoting high ethical standards. This year's recipient is Dr. James B. McLaughlin, Associate Professor of Immunology.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. The next award that we recognize today, we gave many awards yesterday, as you know, is given to the graduating senior medical student for superior four-year academic achievement. And that goes to Juliana Lee Martell. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
At this point, Dr. Elma Ledoux, the Associate Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs, will present the graduates.
It has come to that moment you have long awaited. Having fulfilled all requirements for the degree conferred by President Michael A. Fitz, on Saturday, May 16, 2020, Dr. Hamm, I have the honor to present these graduates for receipt of the Doctor of Medicine diploma. At this time, I will ask that Dr. Kevin Crane, Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, to approach the podium to read the names of each graduate.
So I have the honor of reading each of your names, and I will be reading them with the appropriate title as your degree has already been conferred upon you, and I'll also recognize additional degrees that others have received along the way as well. And I hope that everyone at home, wherever you're watching, loved ones, family, friends, will imagine our graduates walking across the stage, newly hooded as the new class of 2020. So I'd like to begin with Dr. Melissa Rose Lanus Ada. Dr. Hania Mazen Adib. Also receiving her Master's of Public Health, Dr. Orfure Anita Orkewu. Dr. Cole Prasad Akula. Also receiving his Master's of Public Health, hers, Reina Rufo Ameling. Receiving also a Master's of Business Administration, Dr. Akash Pankaj Amin. Dr. Sarah Holm Anderson. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health, Dr. Caitlin Ann Arbor. Receiving both a Master's of Public Health and a Master's of Science, Dr. Kyle Edward Arnold. Receiving a Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Allison Aragoni. Dr. Elise Karen Atamian. Dr. Joy Asomi Uyamoba. Dr. Casey Marie Dyer Babcock. Dr. Sem Bottoman. Dr. Samantha Noel Baxley. Dr. Sidney Hextel Beatty. Also receiving a Master's of Business Administration, Dr. Chad Michael Becknell. Receiving also a Master's of Public Health, Dr. Hannah Marie Bernstein. Dr. Simone Bio. Dr. Daniel Alexander Burkhead. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Taylor Crosby Blanding. Dr. Monica Ann Blazik. Receiving also a Master's of Business Administration, Dr. Hunter Longan Bolin. Dr. Alexander Robert Boyven. Dr. Philip Adam Bonner. Receiving also a Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Paige Kathleen Bradley. Dr. Purav Sudhir Brahmbut. Also receiving her Master's of Public Health, Dr. Amanda K. Bro. Dr. Naomi Leah Brecken. Dr. Timothy Joseph Rishito. Dr. Nolan Jem Broussard. Dr. Theodore Andrew Brown. Dr. Connor Bo Burkett. Dr. Jan Wesley Callender. Dr. Chad Michael Kaplan. Dr. Jessica Ray Carr. Also receiving a Master's of Science, Dr. Catherine Patricia Karski. Receiving also a Master's of Public Health, Dr. Alana Karstens Yalam. Also receiving his Master's of Business Administration, Dr. Leland Parker Chan. Dr. Erica Chang. Dr. Tiffany Chunhan Chang. Dr. Beam Sirab Chansingyayevich. Dr. Lynn Olivier Chapman. Also receiving Masters of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Daniel Gouliardi Chen. Dr. Helene Chen. Dr. David Joseph Chernobylsky. Dr. John Jaewon Choi, Dr. Erica Tiffany Chow. Also receiving his Master's of Business Administration, Dr. Bryce Raymond Christensen, Dr. Isabel Anna Clark, Dr. Brian Vincent Kloss. Also receiving her Master's of Public Health, Dr. Abigail Sarah Cohen. Receiving also her Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Kathleen Amanda Condon. Dr. Michael Newton Cooper. Dr. Justin Boots Cox. Dr. Megan Olivier Coyne. Dr. Carly Teal Craig. Dr. Ian Michael Crimmins. Dr. Jacob Robert Cross. Dr. Tucker James Cushing. Dr. Megan Marie Daniele. Also receiving her Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Nicole Catherine Downing. Receiving also his Master's of Science, Dr. Zachary Ron Dimmick. Dr. Erica Lauren Elliott. Dr. Olivier Rose Van Kuchen. Dr. Lorraine Lee Fay. Dr. Chen Chen Feng. Dr. Anne Nicole Fenton. Dr. Peter Christian Farron. Dr. Emily Sue Fiore, also receiving her Master's of Public Health. Dr. James Adden Flatkin, also receiving his Master's of Public Health. Dr. Jake Douglas Foote. Dr. Kaylee Lawrence French. Dr. Daniel Jason Garcia. Dr. Matthew Ronald Gerasi. Dr. Melissa Brooke Goldberg. Dr. Austin Bailey Govero. Dr. Marin Christine Gregerson. Dr. Harrison Russell Grebe. Dr. Zachary Norman Gross. Dr. Daniel Allen Haber. Dr. Jack Daniel Halligan. Also receiving his Master's of Science, Dr. Joseph Hall Hanthorn. Dr. Stephen Thomas Heer. Dr. Brian John Helbig. Dr. Jeffrey Austin Heller. Dr. Joshua Casey Helm. Dr. Catherine Emily Hobbs. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, as well as a Master's of Science, Dr. Christian Bruce Hohalter. Dr. Haley Marie Hogan. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health, Dr. Shannon Evelyn Hogan. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health, Dr. Marcus Allen Hoof. Dr. Christian David Hubner. Dr. Lena Akai Hummel. Dr. Neelish Patrick Jane. Dr. Kathleen Annie Jenkins. Dr. Thomas Vadasserl John. Dr. Stephen James Jumper. Also receiving his Master's of Public Health, Dr. Samuel Marcus Kaplan. Dr. Hagop James Kaprielian. Dr. Afshi Olaf Kchan. Dr. Joanna Joey Elizabeth Kingdon. Dr. Joshua David Curbins. Also receiving her Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Annabelle Matilda Cleese. Dr. Laura Chizuko Kabashigawa. Dr. Michael Joseph Kramer. Dr. Jung Young Kwan. Also receiving his Master's of Public Health in Tropical Medicine and being hooded, for those who can't see, by Dr. Ledoux, Dr. Michael Joseph Louth. Dr. An Min Wee Lee. Dr. Madeline Wallace Lebar. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health in Tropical Medicine, Dr. Jerome Stephen Leonard, Jr. Dr. Jeffrey Lee Liu. Also receiving his MBA, Dr. Kevin Zhu Liu. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health, Dr. Hannah Mingwei Lo. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health, Dr. Melina Ileana Manolis. Dr. Juliana Lee Martel, now being hooded by Dr. Ledoux. And Dr. Michelle Erin McCarthy, who also is being hooded by Dr. Ledoux even during our virtual ceremony. Receiving her Master's of Public Health, along with her MD, Dr. Colleen Elizabeth McDermott. Dr. David Matthew McClellan. Dr. Karina Mehta, also receiving her Master's of Public Health. And Dr. Selena Allen Mercer, also receiving her Master's of Public Health. Dr. Lucy Elizabeth Meyer. Dr. Abinet G. Michael. Dr. Blake Langston Milson. Dr. Paul Dennis Minotas, also receiving his MBA. Dr. Gabriel Kobogangan Miranda, Jr. Dr. Lauren Fishu Morabitu. Dr. Mwamba Rebecca Mavula, also receiving her Master's of Science. Dr. Kellen Yansu Na. Dr. Hani Nazi Nakul. Also receiving his PhD, Dr. Daniel Nguyen. Dr. John Khan Kwak Nguyen. Dr. Michelle Viet Tao Nguyen, also receiving her Master's of Public Health. Dr. Timothy Wei Nguyen, also receiving his MBA. Dr. Alexander Bryce Williams Niculesco, also receiving an MBA, Dr. Tien Viet Ninh. Dr. Reginald Kwaku Nkansa, also receiving a Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Benjamin Brooks Norton. Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Oberhelm. Dr. Janice Unsu O. Dr. Ahyamin Tolopeg Okorua, also receiving her Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Sarah Patricia Oliver. Dr. Francis Jefferson Oser II. Dr. Malhar Jayendra Parikh. Dr. Naya Pravinchandra Patel. Dr. Hannah Elizabeth Paulding. Dr. Lisbeth Lorena Perez Rodriguez. Dr. Christine Elizabeth Petrin. Dr. Ellen Katwang Pham. Dr. John Henry Priester, Jr. Dr. Alexandra Elisa Renucci, also receiving a Master's of Public Health. Dr. Amit Gadam Reddy. Dr. Nathan Andrew Reinhouse. Dr. Kristen Lee Robinson. Dr. Laura Ann Rodriguez. Dr. Rebecca Laeth Samuel. Dr. Thomas Cotton Chittenden Sargent II. Dr. Karen Nicole Schaefer. Also receiving his Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Jack Stephen Shermer. Dr. Kyle Jeffrey Scott, also receiving his MBA. Dr. Rubini Simasalam, also receiving his Master's of Public Health. Dr. Caitlin Dawn Sisson, also receiving her Master's of Public Health. Dr. Peter Salim Siahan Jolnas. Dr. Eben Alston Smitherman. Dr. Margaret Boas Smythe. Dr. Daniel Solden. Dr. Corin Patricia Somi. Dr. Spencer Stephen Souza. Dr. Gabriel Joseph Stapleton, also receiving his Master of Science. Dr. Zachary Bernard Stauber. Dr. Peter Lorenz Steinwald. Dr. Taylor Bauer Stiegler. Dr. Anna Vavra Sutherland. Dr. Hank Stephen Swerdoff. Dr. Janice Inyoli Taylor, also receiving her Master's of Public Health. Dr. Chloe Alexandra Thomas. Dr. Elsa Thomas. Dr. Khan van Evelyn van Aan. Dr. Kathan Janik Vyas. Dr. Ellie Alexander Wade. Dr. Victor Wan. Dr. Alexander T. Wang. Dr. Maxwell Dong Wang. Dr. Daniel Etienne Wathieu. Dr. David Curtis Wegner, Jr. Dr. Erica Marie Whalen. Dr. Dane Alexander Weinert. Also receiving her Master's of Public Health, Dr. Catherine Grace Webkenberg. Also receiving a Master's of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, Dr. Hillary Morgan Wright. Dr. Thomas Jingja Yan. Dr. Millie Linda Yu. Dr. Thomas Mark Usin. Dr. Brooke Faith Zays. And with that, I would like the platform group to give a round of applause to all the graduates of the class of 2020, and you at home can give hugs or other salutatory.
This is a very special time in our ceremony, in all medical school ceremonies, at which time the graduates recite the oath. And at this time, I'd like to invite those of you at home who are physicians, as well as the students of the class of 2020, to join together in recitation of the oath. I do solemnly swear before all that is holy and sacred that I will honor the profession of medicine and practice with conscience and dignity for the good of humanity. I will give my teachers the respect and gratitude that they deserve, and pass my knowledge to those who follow in the art of medicine. I will recognize the limits of my knowledge and seek to enhance my understanding and skills throughout my profession. I will conscientiously uphold the duties and noble traditions of the vocation of the art and science of medicine, and work with my colleagues as brothers and sisters in the service of humanity. I will advocate on my patients' behalf and strive for justice in the care of the sick. I will treat all who come to me irrespective of their gender, race, religion, political affiliation, sexual orientation, nationality, social standing, economic status, or their ability to pay, nor be prejudiced in my duty to patients. I will remember that the physician's duty is to prevent and treat disease and heal the sick, but above all, prevent suffering and do no harm. I will respect the dignity and privacy of all of my patients, holding secret and close what they have revealed to me, and place their well-being as my highest priority. I take this oath freely and upon my honor. By this oath, I consider the bond between physician and patient to be sacred. If I keep this oath faithfully, may I enjoy my life and practice my art. But if I swerve from it or violate it, may the reverse be my lot. We will close our ceremony with a benediction by the Reverend Bill Terry.
I must say the ceremony's gone way too quickly, and I know that you're saying the same. So benediction is a way of sending you out into the world with peace and with hope. As our time together ends today, our legacies are just beginning. You have been acknowledged, stand in the tradition of giants, of great women and men who have pushed back upon suffering. Faculty, you are more than teachers, you are mentors, tradition bearers, the flint to the fire of wisdom. You will go about our day-to-day distanced by a pandemic. Be blessed this day. Order out. Raise a glass of cheer. Keep your comrades in your hearts and in your mind. Wash often. Keep social distance. And know that you are a blessing to us all. Amen.
Let the celebration begin. Congratulations, class of 2020.
great New Orleans sound. Somebody blow the whistle for the hottest band around. Somebody blow the whistle and shake your body down. We gonna jump and stomp to the trippy second line. Yo, Annie, blow the whistle. This party is right on time. Yo, TT, blow the whistle for the hottest band around. Somebody blow the whistle and shake your body down. We gonna jump and stomp to the trippy second line. Somebody blow the whistle, one hot New Orleans sound. Somebody blow the whistle for the hottest band around. Somebody blow the whistle and shake your body down. We're gonna jump and stomp to the trippy second line. Oh, somebody blow the whistle. Oh, yeah. Somebody blow the whistle. Second line. Somebody blow the whistle and shake your body down. We're gonna jump and stomp to the trendy second line. Somebody blow the whistle. Oh, yeah. For Shiggity.